Okay, so first thing, right off the bat, I'm going to go over what you want to do is you want to figure out the kind of body type that your creature is going to have. Is it going to be humanoid? Is it going to be like the blob? Is it going to be um, maybe bat-like, bird-like? So that's kind of what you want to decide pretty much at the beginning, in my opinion. So what I tend to do is I tend to doodle around the paper some, random ideas. And what I actually personally do is I will scribble kind of body types out like this as ideas. You're generating ideas before you're even thinking about anatomy, before you're thinking about much else other than you know um, you're not thinking about anatomy, you're not thinking about eye type, even if it's like a mammal, reptile. I'm thinking just about general body type, and like that you want to just kind of let your. Sometimes it's easier not even to drop to pull your pencil from the paper. Right here, I'm thinking maybe a little loosely, like maybe like this is a dog shape, maybe rat shape. I'm not sure. Right, I'm thinking of like here is like maybe two sets of wings. Because after we get the body type, it's going to become a lot easier, and really let your pencil or pen flow. Right, I'm using ink because I think it's easier for it to. I think it's a lot easier to have it on the screen here for you guys to check out. But really, see how simple this is. Like as far as just representing like a leg or a limb or a foot, right? It's really simple doodles. These can be literal stick figures. I'm thinking mostly about the torso, the head, and kind of pelvis area. That's mostly what I'm thinking about. And this part of it is really entertaining. It's a lot of fun. You're just kind of, just like I said, messing around with shapes, very from your mind, right? Like stream of consciousness. Maybe this one's gonna be like a serpent character, like kind of like Medusa body. But yeah, not a lot of thought is going into this. And normally, honestly, you don't show these usually. These are things you do in your own sketchbook for yourself. Almost everyone does this. Everyone does the just kind of idea generation part in their own personal sketchbook, and they almost never show those sketches because usually it's like not very appealing to a general audience. But I'm trying to show you everything here. I'm trying to show you how I generate ideas from beginning to end. And this is always my first step. Let's see. Just keep moving. Don't think too much. That one's harder to tell. This is so subjective. This is hard. This is I'm thinking like a dinosaur is like coming at us kind of shape. And you can do 5 pages like this, 3 pages, 10. I'm not gonna really like take you through any more to bore you, but this is enough variety that I could probably choose from for this character. It's up to you. You can do 30. I tend to do 1 to 2 pages usually. And it is also a great warm-up exercise, by the way. So I'm going to pick one of these, and then I'm going to move on, right? Because the whole idea is you can create, your own monster. I am going to pick, and I'm also thinking about proportion, so I didn't talk about this. I'm thinking about proportion really quick. So normally, and I'll talk about this really fast, the smaller the head you have on a character, like let's just say you have this big old body, the smaller the head that you have, the bigger the body is going to look. Whoops, wrong one. Yeah, exactly. So massive characters, they tend to have their heads real small. Think of like the Hulk, right? The Hulk, they tend to shrink his head in proportion to his body, and it makes his arms look ginormous, and the rest of his body look ginormous. It looks dangerous. And then a larger head, our normal sized head tends to look like a normal person, usually. Tends to look like a normal proportion person, if it's a person at all, or a humanoid. So again, you're trying to decide whether that's proportion. As far as back to the designs, I'm trying to decide whether humanoid. Maybe I'll do one more here. Not sure what this is going to be, but maybe it's a little like an octopus person. Thinking like that. Maybe they have human arms also. See, they're very simplistic. So I'm going to pick one right now for my personal taste. I really like this silhouette shape right here. And what you can do is you can take ideas from one. And so I like this right here, but I want wings on it, like this guy. So I'm going to put wings on this silhouette right here, and I'm going to take it to the next level. But yeah, I would like to put wings on this character here. Yeah, something like that. Okay, that's the one I'm going to pick. So I'm going to take that, and we're going to move it over to the next one. So I'll show you the next step. Okay, so this is my thumbnail. I ended up my little concept. I ended up cutting it out and kind of keeping it here for reference to kind of look back on. Because what you're doing is you're doing this in steps, and I'm going to decide now what kind of attributes I want this creature to have, and I do want to keep it creature-like. So just looking at him right now, looking at this concept, to me, this right here looks like a humanoid upper body. He has shoulder pads almost, but I don't want to do that. I want to make him more organic. I don't want him to be like a soldier. That'd be more of like a character. I want him to be more of an animal. So serpent-like body, wings. I don't want him to have bird wings. I'm probably gonna give him bat wings, and not really sure. I'm thinking maybe some bug qualities. So at this point, I'm thinking about these qualities, and what I want to do is I want to maybe start with something basic, right? I want to start with the head. What do I want his head to look like? I'm gonna actually go over a few different head types that I'm thinking about, and they're gonna be pulling largely from the animal kingdom, right? So a lot of stuff. When you look at like creature design, of course, you have to look at the creatures that exist and kind of remix those in a way, and you can kind of really do a lot with that. If you look at someone like Terrell Whitlatch, she does amazing concepts. She works for Star Wars and things like that. She does so much. I would say like a lot of that. I think she was like a zoologist or something like that, and then she turned into a I think concept artist after that. Right here, I'm thinking firstly, what would it be like if this was more bug-like? And I'm gonna do a quick concept, and I would recommend you do the same. Just kind of think of the head first, and that's gonna dictate a lot of your body after you think of the attributes. So I'm thinking kind of bug-like. Bugs tend to have an exoskeleton, so meaning their skeletons are on the outside. So a lot of that stuff can be hard looking. So it can look almost like a helmet or something. So maybe I'm thinking something like this. Curve toward here. And bugs tend to have maybe some chompers over here. And really what I'm doing, like I said, I'm just having fun. I'm thinking of ideas. It wouldn't even be... we'll talk about reference in a minute, but right now I'm doing these off the top of my head. At some point, if I really want to push the bug look, I would bring in more bug reference if I really choose to do that. I'm not sure if I want to do the bug thing or not. Right? And I don't want to spend any more than like 5 minutes or something on these. See, I'm already kind of going through it. This isn't the final, right? It's got these antenna up here. Alright, so we got one kind of bug-like head, I'm thinking there. Um, do I want the bug one? Or do I want maybe something like a lion, maybe a wolf head? Maybe some sort of mammal. So that's my idea for the bug head. And I could do a bunch of those. I could do like 3 or 4 of those, but I'm not gonna totally do that. Let me do like a wolf head. What would a wolf head look like? So if it was more like, and this is gonna be quick because I'm using ink. Let me see. Right here, ears are pulled back. Maybe wolf or monster-like. Something like, just all I can think about is maybe a mammal. I like having the beady eyes. That's I really love that. Or they're like squinting because it looks remarkably dangerous. They always gotta be making that mean face. Monsters tend to be not in a great mood. Kind of right here. Yeah, there's some kind of mammal. I'm thinking, I don't know yet. And you're taking, if you learn anything about like evolution and kind of how these animals evolved, how animals evolved, you're really going to see the similarities between like foxes and wolves and bears and lions. You're going to really see the similarities in their bone structure and their faces. It's obvious, it's really, you see how they're related to each other or how far back. It's pretty amazing. Going over here. Thinking of the nose. Thinking of like nose. I'm thinking is like combination of like a bear wolf kind of thing. But I don't have to think directly about the animal. Again, these are just supposed to be loose enough sketches, but sketches that I can understand. Let me see. Let's see here. You see, so mammals have the lips, right? So they tend to not show their teeth when their mouth is closed. Sometimes they do. Usually when you look at crocodiles, they don't really have lips, so you tend to see their teeth stick down. Maybe something like that. It's kind of just a loose idea. Maybe a combination of both of those. Maybe if I can merge these two somehow. I might be able to merge these two because I do like the wolf slash, I don't know what this is, dog, mammal look. Alright, one last one I'm going to do. I'm going to do more of a dinosaur. Maybe dinosaur lizard. Let me see, dinosaur lizard. Let me see, what would it be? Been drawing a lot of dinosaurs lately. Like I said, so maybe something in that vein of like a theropod. Theropods are, like the T-Rex or Allosaurus or Carnotaurus. Any theropods are basically the ones that stand up on their hind legs and have like relatively small arms compared to their size because their jaws are so big, and that's kind of the way they evolved. Maybe something like that. Right here, they tend to have. See, it's good to have a knowledge base of animals or something. They tend to smell with the front of their. So they tend to their nostrils tend to be on the front usually because they want to smell their food. So it tends to be more toward the front there. On at least the T-Rexes and Allosaurus. If you look at something like Sorry, I'm going to nerd out a little bit on dinosaurs. If you're going to look at something like the Spinosaurus, which that one has their nostrils way back. I think it's because it was more aquatic, and it's kind of, I guess, oh, and that has something to do with how it caught food and it needs to breathe while it catches food. It's a long thing. Sorry, I don't want to nerd out too much, and I forgot part of it. Okay, so let's go over here. I guess there were versions of the T-Rex they drew with lips, and that's a debate whether dinosaurs had lips or not. At least certain dinosaurs. See right here, and it's kind of got that lizard neck going on, like a Komodo dragon. But maybe some spikes out here. I'm actually liking the lizard look, to be honest, because the lizard look can look more armored, and he kind of has that soldier silhouette. So I kind of like that lizard look. I might do that, maybe like a kind of like a lizard dino look. Again, don't want to spend too long on these. Yeah, I kind of like this, and then I might take this and put horns on it, so it's gonna look more dragon-like. Which is funny too, because I think dragons were, they think dragons were a combination of different animals. That's why the dragons around the world look pretty different. Like the wyvern looks different than the Japanese dragon, because they're probably based on a multitude of different animals in their area. Okay, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this one, put some horns on it, and I think I want to do that. Yeah, he's gonna have a human body. All right, so that's my head. I'm going to pick this one right here, number 3. So let's do 1, 2, 3. I'm going to pick number 3. What I want you to do is to do the same process. Start doodling stuff. If you need reference, I did this from the top of my head. You can do it off the top of your head as well. You don't need reference. In all honesty, in the beginning, this age, you probably shouldn't use reference. I mean, if you need it for like you want to see a snout of like a wolf, do it. But the idea is to kind of just, get the idea out there. Then we pull in reference to kind of, tighten things up. But anyways, I'm picking this. I like this kind of dinosaur / dragon thing going on. Yeah, see, so this looks more like a proper dino / dragon. I might make this a little bit bigger as well. So I've decided on number 3 for the head, and I am going to kind of bring that over into the next video. Now we're going to go over the body. All right, so let's go into the next video. Let's talk about it.